60 Minutes Overtime.
I'm Bill Whitaker. This week on 60 Minutes, we take you to Espanola, New Mexico, the self-proclaimed lowrider capital of the world.
Lowriders are, well, exactly what they sound like. They're cars that ride low to the ground. The cars are beautiful. The colors are dramatic, and the designs are things that you haven't seen before.
This ends up about 100 coats of material when it's all said and done.
100 coats of paint.
100 coats of paint.
We met a man, an artist, named Rob Vanderslice. The lowrider culture came out of the Mexican-American culture on the West Coast, and Rob is one of the rare gringos who's at the center of this culture. Rob Vanderslice creates some of the most outstanding lowrider cars that you'll ever see. His paint jobs are so particular that they're called Rob jobs.
What defines a Rob job?
You know, I just have a unique style. Every car, I tried to give it its own personality. Everything I do is with tape. Why not utilize the tape to where you end up with a nice little point through the middle? It's all tape. So you tape it, you spray it, you untape it, and my style is called puzzle taping, so everything I tape first will be sprayed last. And I just really try to think it out as much as possible. Spent many hours. We're talking hours and hours. Literally, some cars got 3 months just worth of taping on it.
Vanderslice's journey through the world of lowriders sort of mirrors the journey of the lowrider culture itself. We all think we know about lowriders from gangster rappers back in the 90s, but that also associated the cars with gangs and even with drug dealing.
A lot of my customers were gangbangers, drug dealers, and a lot of it was set up through the music. Dr. Dre, the Eazy-E, you know, all the music was pretty much influencing a lot of the direction for a lot of things. You got to think crack had came out 1986. You know, if you were somebody from the hood and you see all these fancy cars, and what does it take to get one of those cars, you know, with selling drugs or whatever, you know, you would do whatever you could do to end up with one of these cars.
And he himself was involved with gang culture and with drugs. He had a very grim period of his life where he was addicted to meth. He has now been sober for a number of years.
Congratulations on being clean.
Thank you.
How long?
13 years clean now.
How'd you do it?
Got in trouble. I'm a 3-time convicted felon. And the last time I just said, you know what, I'm done.
What we found when we went to northern New Mexico was that the culture is changing. That it's moving away from its past and becoming more about helping the community develop. And along with being sober, he has embraced this new aspect of the lowrider culture. He used to paint cars for gang members, and just recently, he painted a car for the Albuquerque Police Department. And he showed us a car, his personal car, that displays that journey he's been on.
It's a 1996 Cadillac Fleetwood. As you can see, I got the oranges, the reds, violets on one side, and then this whole side is all blue, magentas, violets, basically describing my life change out of the darkness into the light, my past, and then my present.
And he even adds some LED lights to show that his life is brighter on the other side.
Are there any other cars out there with LED lights?
No LED lights in the actual paint.
So this is unique.
This is unique. This is unique.
In many of the Latino communities in northern New Mexico, life today can be rough. There's poverty and people struggling with drugs. And Rob Vanderslice has been through that. And he wants to use his art to help young people who might be struggling with the very same things that he was struggling with in his youth. So he has become a mentor. And he teaches young people how to paint.
These kids get a lowrider bike, they build it, we teach them how to do the cool paint jobs on them, keeps kids out of trouble. You know, whatever we can do to point people in the opposite direction that we went in, that's what we're trying to do now, you know, where we're going from out of the darkness into the light.